This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. You are your greatest asset. It's time you started investing in that. Visit betterhelp.com/double toasted and take care of you. I got invested in these characters very much, which is good because, well, for one, they kill a lot of characters.
Yes, they do.
And I'm going to tell you, almost every one of those deaths came with real emotion, man.
It did.
Well-earned emotion.
They were surprised, and I was like, oh, I actually cared.
Yeah, they pulled some Game of Thrones shit here, man. Just got back from Chicago, but we got more shows coming up. So you can catch us in Miami. And then the next day in Orlando, that's going to be January 20th and January 21st. And then you can see us in Dallas, Texas, February 18th. Go to x1entertainment.com to get your tickets. But if you go below, you can get tickets for these remaining shows over here. All right. Boy, y'all was starting to get on my nerves. You finally we doing this because you beat us into it, man. You beat us into submission. I ain't gonna lie, I was defiant for a while too. It said I'm not going to hell with y'all. I want to watch it. I actually want to watch it. But you know what? Since you telling me what I have to do, I ain't gonna do shit. Now what you think about that? And I'm talking about this damn Arcane, man.
Okay, I thought you meant getting a vaccine, but okay. Yeah.
No. I see what these anti-vaxxers are like now. People get on their nerves like people got on nerves with that cane. y'all act like this is a drug. Y'all got that cane yet?
Have you watched it?
You watched that cane yet, man? Y'all tried that cane yet? Talking about that Arcane. People telling us, and I made the mistake. Should have watched what I said. Because I should have known better. Somebody was sending an email saying, have you watched Arcane yet? It was the first email. And I said, well, I don't know. I don't see it in Netflix's top 10.
Oh, that's right. You sure did.
I didn't know. I know what I said. I said, you know what? I think that this is probably a niche. And you know,
you should have put an echo on that.
I was going to, but I didn't think you like it. I don't think you like when I do that echo.
Oh, no.
But you know what?
I like the echo.
Since you asked, I looked at it and I said, you know what? This looks more like it's kind of a niche. And niches get bitches. And I ain't no bitch, so I ain't watching it. Oh, them emails came in. And they were nice about it. Because they knew. They said, you know what?
Corey, you might want to
let's not make this mother mad because we want him to watch it. They said, you know what, man? Corey, if you don't mind me saying, but I think you were mistaken. Arcane is actually one of the most popular series on Netflix at the moment. Just in case you think I'm lying or I'm playing, ask Netflix. Go ahead, ask them. Ask them if they make another season, because they are. Corey, that's far beyond what we call a niche, sir. Looks like you the bitch. I said, all right. Then got another email. It's not a niche. Another email. It's not a niche. Corey, I think you're mistaken. I don't think you know what niche means. Bitch. I'm like, man, all right. I will get to it. I'll watch it. And they like, you animator talking about you not going to watch this.
We don't want you to watch it now.
Yeah.
It's too good for you.
No, exactly. You know what? Forget about it. Now that y'all said that, no, you know what? I want to watch it now. No, I want to see it. But no, that's when they got to him. They said, you say you appreciate good animation. I mean, at least watch it for that. I know, Corey, you thinking this is some nerd shit you never played the game is based on, which is League of Legends. It's great story-wise. And if for nothing else, please watch it for the visuals. As an animator, you need to support good adult animation out there since you say you all about it and everything. So what is it, Corey? Are you a hypocrite? Are you going to step up and actually put your money where your mouth is? They made it personal. So I had to come here and say, you know what? I'm going to be honest. If I don't like it, I'm going to say it. But I'm going to at least give it a chance. Since you calling me out, I'm going to watch this. After all of the hype and the pushing, the name calling, all of the challenging that you put out there for us, we're going to find out what Martin thinks, but what do I think? Well, first of all, I think that I need to thank our sponsor for this portion of the show right here. And it's very appropriate, y'all. I want to thank our sponsor, Razer.
Razer again.
Razer for sponsoring this review and this portion of the show. And people, how appropriate to talk about Razer right now. The Razer Blade 15. Because if you're watching the show based on a video game, chances are you're playing games. You're a gamer. You know, you're playing probably the game that the show is based on, League of Legends. Razer Blade, and I've been told to call this the Razer Blade 15 Advanced. That's where this beast of a machine comes in, Martin. You know what?
All the power of a desktop.
Right there.
And
Portable, people. Let me tell you something. Because, and I'm not sitting up here just to let you know, because I tell you when I promote things here, I like to do them from personal experience. And I am a big proponent of gaming laptops, man. A lot of people for the longest time they've been talking about people playing games on laptops, making fun of them.
Yeah.
Those times are changing, people, just like I knew they would. And now you have all that power that you would find in most machines out there and a gaming laptop. And that's what you get with the Razer Blade 15 Advanced. And I am so happy that the age of powerful gaming laptop computers are here, man. I've been so behind laptops and this one right here is really cool because this provides high performance gaming on the go, as I've been telling you, man. You know, I've been doing a lot of traveling today, and I'm thinking about getting one of these myself because it's time for me to actually upgrade my laptops that I have here.
Sure. You need it.
No, I actually need this because I need a powerful computer a powerful laptop computer that I can actually use to play games, but also do some streaming with and all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely thinking about getting one of these because it is perfect for the power that I need while also being on the go. The Razer Blade 15 Advanced. And all these models are equipped with beautiful calibrated displays, including a full HD panel with a fast 360 hertz refresh rate.
Ooh, that's fast.
That's fast. That's beautiful.
Lightning fast.
I'm thinking about getting this right here. And why? Because now is the perfect time to get one.
Mention it to your wife. Christmas is around the corner.
You know, I should start by telling her, first of all, baby, you know what? I'm not asking for much. I'm just saying, you know, you can save probably over $1,000 on select models of the Razer Blade 15 Advanced by going to Razer.com. There it is, right up there. Go to Razer.com. That's RAZER.com to save on select models of the Razer Blade 15 Advanced. Once again, I want to thank Razer for supporting and sponsoring this portion of the video. And as always, you know I got to thank you for all your support. I ain't forgot about you. Thank you very much, too, for all the hype that's going on with this. And I don't want to make nobody mad out there because people have been talking about it. Hey, man, if you don't like this, I don't know what the wrong with you. But, man, look, you know, y'all just, shit! I love this. I love this. What were y'all doing, man? How come you tell me about this? Ooh, Riot Games, come here. Let me give you a hug. Ooh, Riot. Netflix, come here. Thank you for giving them a chance. Thank you for giving them the opportunity to bring us this amazing series right here. Yeah. This dog is like, I'm getting tired of this shit, man.
Yeah. Right? Why did I come in here?
Now look, man, last goddamn time you use me for a prop, all right? It will be, because I don't know if we're going to get anything as good as this in a while, sweetheart. Oh, I just want to kiss you out of love for this series right here. It makes me love life even more. Y'all. Thank you, Riot Games, for giving this gift to the world. And thank you, Netflix, for allowing them to give it to us, for making it possible. As for the rest of you, what the hell were y'all, man? You know, how come you didn't tell me about this? I mean, sure, y'all said, you know, yes, watch this. It's amazing. Best show of the year. Sure, you said all that, but...
but you didn't really tell me.
Y'all really could have sold this better. Come on now. God damn. I love this, man. I am in love with this. Shame on me for not listening to y'all, man, because y'all were right. This is brilliant, at least in my opinion. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know much about the game League of Legends. Know very little about it. I know it's one of the top MMORPGs.
That's what the actual game
that's
is?
it. Yeah, it's one of the top MMORPGs out there, man. This is a game that's big with competitors. You know, this is one that people go to tournaments and play and whatnot. Yeah, it's a huge phenomenon of a game, man. I don't know nothing about it. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't know how y'all got this show from this right here.
Me either.
But I tell you what, if this game is even half as good as this show, I'll play that game every damn night. Because I love this show so much, man. So it's a little complicated. I mean, because you're looking at this and like, how the hell you get any kind of complicated plot from this? People just zap at each other.
Right.
Well, that's what I admire about this because, yeah, they could have come in and made something that was just riding off the brand. They could have made something simple, but they didn't. What they have here is actually quite complicated, and I admire them for doing that. Now, it's, a plot summary is not going to do 9 episodes of storytelling here justice, but, to kind of sum it up for you, this is a world, of course, some alternate dimension world, fantasy land, where there's a class war brewing between the two factions of two cities, the utopian city of Piltover and ghetto-ass Zon.
At the underground. It's always that. There's a city in the sky, or a city on top, and another city at the bottom.
People are, living the nice, near the sun, enjoying fresh air, up in the sky. Meanwhile, people down there got steampunk crackheads and everything underground.
Yeah, it's always that utopia in the air, and it's like, man, we've made it great. It's like, well, it's not great for them. It's like, well,
yeah,
we ain't say it's gonna be great for everybody.
And then you got the slums. People just mad all the time, fighting for, of course, always fighting for resources. People strung out on drugs. People dirty, breathing in nasty air. Of course, people of Zon gonna be tired of that shit. So, like I said, people, it's your classic class warfare that's going on. Now, the story actually centers on 2 characters at first before we start branching off into others. But your first main characters are Vi, voiced by Haley Steinfeld, who is constantly trying to protect the underserved people of Zon, especially her little sister, Powder. But, of course, this is a very complicated world. It's a very complicated land, and with things happening the way they are, there's a certain slumlord out there, Silco, I think his name is, who's not helping anybody, all out for himself, pitting his people against each other that he should be trying to help out. And it's only a matter of time before his hands reach into the relationship between Vi and her sister Powder, complicating things in between them and taking innocent lives and turning them into villains. Meanwhile, you got 2 scientists working in the name of peace who threaten to kill everyone with their latest technology, which is merging with science. And of course, it's so powerful that the governments that be here want to weaponize it.
Sure, yeah. It's like, hey, we're going to mix magic and science. And some people are like, yeah, it's going to make us richer. And other people are like, please don't do that.
Why the hell you doing that? Now, ain't no good gonna come out of this.
I've been here long enough to be able to tell you that this will kill everyone. Yeah, okay. Anyway, old man.
Told you all this deep stuff that's going on here, but really, when you get down to it, man, this is just a YA series, a young adult series. And people are like, you know what? I'm already out, man.
Yeah, check, please.
Yeah, I'm done seeing kids kill each other, falling in love, and then dying from cancer and getting deported, running around mazes. And that's done, man. That age is done. I'm tired of that.
Magic.
Yeah. I'm done. We don't need that no more. However, that was at the movies. Now, streaming is starting to bring the genre back a little bit. And I can't really speak for the others that are out there. I know Amazon has one right now. People are saying it's pretty good.
Is it Wheel of Time?
Wheel of Time. People are saying Wheel of Time is actually pretty cool, but I haven't seen it, can't speak for it. But this right here, this, unlike all the other YA movies that are out there, they went through a phase where all these YA movies, they were in a trend. They were following the Hunger Games.
Yes.
And, you know, at that time, it just felt like, all right, studios are just trying to cash in on the success of something else. This doesn't feel like that. This feels sincere. It's not following a trend. What makes it YA is just, you're just following a bunch of young characters.
Sure.
As your main characters, which makes sense because of the demographic for the game. You know, so I understand that, man. I'll explain a little bit why I think this works so much for me. But, you know, now I'm curious to see, now that I've lost my goddamn mind over here, more like, yeah, okay, dumbass. All right.
I know. This is what you do.
Yes, all right. Are you done? Got out your system? All right, now if I could talk some sense to y'all. Go ahead, Mark, talk some sense to them.
Well, I will say this. Watching the first episode, I can totally acknowledge that, wow, this is some fantastic artwork. The design on the sets and the character design, costume designs just blows anything away that I've seen in recent years. But I also felt like for all that I see here that I acknowledge is good, I'm having some trouble getting into it. You know, it's nice, it's good if everybody who loves it, but I felt like, you know what? I don't play the game. It's one of those things where like, hey, even though I didn't grow up with He-Man, I was aware of it and I'd seen other incarnations. So when stuff is happening, to me, it's like, oh, it's cool, this interpretation of doing this old thing like that. And with this, I didn't have that same connection. I was like, yeah, I mean, this is cool. Maybe it's just not for me. And then the next day, I watched the second episode because, you know, we're going to talk about it. And it got to the end of that episode and I went, oh, shit. Oh, this is not f***ing around. And then we got to the third episode. I was like, okay, and then grow the characters up. I was like, wow, this is a whole new ball game. And I am amazed by how complex they're willing to get with this story. So from this point, I'm very much on the Arcane train.
Oh, yeah, man. Let me tell y'all something. Why does this work so well? I'm going to break this down for y'all right here, man, so y'all can understand exactly what I'm talking about here. Because I need to talk to some people about this. Some people need to, like, listen to me when I talk about this. One, it knows its demographic, but it doesn't play down to its demographic or pander to its demographic. It never panders to the fans of the game out there. Look, some people need to hear this. Star Wars, come here. Sit your ass down. All right? Real quick. Ghostbusters, don't you go to sit your ass down. Let me holler at you. Sit down. Sit. Marvel, what you laughing about? Come here. You know, you know you good, but come here. Sit
you
your
learn
ass.
Something too.
Sit down. All of y'all sit down and y'all point your head to the screen and look at what Arcane is doing. Because I'm going to tell you something. This is how you take an existing property right here and build a world. All right? Rest of you fools out there building houses out of Easter eggs. And the shells are fragile.
Right.
People, don't get me wrong. You know, I love Marvel. You know, I love Star Wars when they actually get it right. And Ghostbusters, well, that's another story right there. Go watch the review. I piss people off with that. But you know what? Just to let you, because people say, oh, every time you bring it up nostalgia, every time you bring it up Easter, you're just nitpicking. I ain't nitpicking.
That's not nitpicking.
I ain't nitpicking at all. Because I look at what they do right here. Arcane, you know, what they do here is that they take an existing property and they build this world properly. Because, first of all, with that world that they're creating, they get that world down to the detail. They know what they're in. They know what they're doing. They have a strong vision. They make sure that they have this world, and then now that they have a place for people to live in, they take these characters and they take interesting characters and give them very interesting stories.
They do.
Listen, did I even say strong? They even say great. They don't have to be strong or great. All you have to do is make them believable and interesting, and we're good.
Yes, and every so often, when the thing that's supposed to happen and everybody knows it's supposed to happen, you do something different. Man, that is so enjoyable.
That is amazing. Yes, people, these characters. They're not the most original characters. You know, these are not the most original stories. But what they're doing is they're telling them with conviction, And they're telling them in a fully realized space and world that they have.
Yeah.
Don't you stop the story to say, hey, oh my God, look, I found a fucking egg. Open that shit up. Oh, well, this is recognizable. Huh? You know, they don't stop the movie to do that.
Oh, is there room on that bench for Resident Evil?
Oh, that's a long ass bench. There's a lot of people that need to sit their ass on that bench right there. You know, this is based on a very popular video game, and one of my biggest fears is that the story would just stop to make a reference to something that I didn't get.
Right.
Which is cool because I didn't play the game, but and even then it would stop for the people who did recognize it and be like, hey, you played this part, right? You remember this thing that this character did at that place? You know, the thing is that I'm sure that there were plenty of Easter eggs in here, but I wouldn't know because the movie chose to, or the show rather, chose to seamlessly tell its story.
Yeah.
Instead of pumping the brakes and having me hit my head on the dashboard to stop and say, hey, look, an egg. You know, I don't want to hear that.
I didn't come across one scene where I went, why was that in there?
I know that there are things in there for fans of the game that have seen, but they did it right, which means that we're just going to put this in the background. And if you see it, you see it. Mm-hmm. We ain't going to stop to say, hey, remember? Woo! Yeah, right, tired of that. Now, thanks to that, I got invested in these characters very much, which is good because, well, for one, they kill a lot of characters.
Yes, they do.
And I'm going to tell you, almost every one of those deaths came with real emotion, man.
It did.
Well-earned emotion.
They were surprised, and I was like, oh, I actually cared.
Yeah, they pulled some Game of Thrones shit here, man. The same went for characters I couldn't even stand. Powder.
I know.
Powder, this character right here, I couldn't stand her, man. From the moment she first came on, even as a little girl.
Even as a little girl?
Even as a little girl.
I know, she was up from episode 1.
She was just a wee little thing. And I said, I don't care. I can't stand her ass.
I love how they set it up to where you got other characters going like, yeah, we can't have her around here. And you're like, come on, leave that girl alone. And she constantly does stuff where you're like, I think that guy was right.
Oh, no, from the moment. I said at first, all right, okay, man, for maybe a minute. I said, man, leave that girl alone. She young.
Yeah.
It took 5 minutes for her to do something stupid. I said, I don't give a anybody else. The rest of your crew would never have done this at your age.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand this fucking chick, man.
And boy, does she.
And like everybody kept saying, get her. And nobody does anything because they can't, or her sister keeps defending her until she finally up and kills somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm not spoiling anything, but I'm just gonna say this. That whole thing of what she does, it completely caught me off guard. It's brilliant.
It is.
It's brilliant because you think the story is going to go the usual route where this is a kid, you know, the stakes aren't going to be high for them. Give them a chance, or everybody's going to be all right. They're going to come together. Powder will learn a valuable lesson. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, man, she f***ed up bad. And I was like, holy shit. To the point, man, it was one of those things where it's like, it was one of them family arguments you did not want to be around. Mm-hmm. You know, I tell you, it was a compelling setup for a villain.
You're a class act, sister. Sister thought I missed her. Do you hear that?
Turns out the bitch was crazy the whole time.
I know. When she's young, you think, she's just a little off, or maybe it's because she's young. And then she grows up, you're like, no, she's been crazy this whole time.
She was messing up because she was crazy. Turns out she's the Joker.
Yeah.
She was a super villain the whole time.
Yeah, and it's frustrating watching Vi. Like, no, you're my sister. I'll be with you. It's like, it's time to let her go. If you didn't learn from before, you got to learn right now.
It was even a point where Vi couldn't even take it no more. Now, I ain't going to say what happened, but Vi did something. I'm like, God damn. And I said, look, I'm behind it, but you don't have to even do it like that.
Yeah, well.
I said, shit, and the reason why I said it, like, don't piss off even more. That character, I hated that character. And that's good because, you know, I think that's what they wanted from this. And even then, it was still a complicated situation. I was like, well, Now that I know she's ill,
Right. You can't be fully mad at her.
I'm like, yeah, this chick's been ill the whole time. I don't know, maybe
But you know, nobody here was qualified to deal with her like she needed.
maybe you should have knocked the shit out like you did. Even Vi was like, I can't take this shit no more. Tell you who I really love. I love the arc between the scientists, Jace and Victor.
Yeah.
They're the most complex characters in here without going over the top, without being villains and whatnot. You know, they're trying to mix science and magic, and as I said, you know, this to better the world, and they really do have the best intentions.
Best of intentions.
And what's great about this show is that they give you time. These people don't turn real quick because we got a time limit. They show you how over time their good intentions, no matter how good intentions they are, they get twisted.
They get corrupted.
They get corrupted, and they still are not bad people. It's just like, hey man, politics come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Alliances come into play. You know, they got swept up.
The show is, you know, and this gets used for so many different things, but the show is very Game of Thrones.
No, it is. These people are making moral sacrifices for what they think, and their minds are for the better of the world. The reason why the characters are so rich is because they have this story structure where it's 9 episodes broken into three act structures, three episode story arcs.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens here is you get like episodes 1 through 3, and those are kind of self-contained. You know, they have an arc. Then you get to episodes 4, 5, and 6. Time has passed.
Right.
These people are in a different part in their lives. Things have advanced. Things have gotten better or worse for some people. They've grown older.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when that happens, man, you'll notice when they're very subtle about it, because it takes you out. Like, is she taller?
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That dude, did he get a promotion?
Mm-hmm.
What happens is that doing this, taking these arcs, self-contained, and then carrying them over into these new, fresh arcs that also, this is like, what you have here is like a trilogy.
Yeah.
A self-contained trilogy within 9 episodes. And that makes this world feel more lived in.
It does.
You know, and also it justifies finally Netflix having 9 episodes. You notice they don't have 10.
I know.
Yeah. They created a trilogy of 3 episodes here, 3 episodes, 3, and then
this is what we wrote.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It goes to 9. Any way you can make it 10, we'd rather not.
We don't need that.
I know, but 10 would be awesome. No, we're not doing that.
You can, yep.
Fine.
You can ask me 10 more times. I'm going to say no. Leave it at 9. But I tell you this, it's a world I would not want to live in.
Hell
It's
no.
a world that feels lived in. I ain't moving that motherfucker, man. It's a very dark place where most characters end with tragedy, man. You either die, become an asshole, or you get strung out.
Yeah.
On some of this steampunk crack over here.
Steampunk berry juice.
They really do make you nervous for characters. Anybody could die.
Yeah.
How do they set that up? These kids, we'll kill them too. He'll be all right.
Yeah, I haven't reached that point in the story.
Oh,
yet.
you have? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, so-
Oh, okay, man. Yeah, yeah, man.
I'm anxious to finish it when I get home.
And I tell you that's the reason why I think, because this is a hard sell. Steampunk
Sure.
is a hard sell, man. Why? Because for some reason people hate steampunkers.
That's what ruined it. I always thought steampunk was kind of cool until I started seeing so many steampunkers, and I was like, all right, y'all have made this so not cool.
Until you saw this bitch walking around, a bowler hat, goggles on, goddamn pipe with smoke coming out his ass.
Yeah.
Handlebar mustache. Hello. Just tinkering with my gadgets. You know, people are annoyed, man. People are annoyed by steampunkers, man. But I tell you, the reason why this works here as a steampunk world is because, again, it feels natural. It doesn't feel like they're trying to sell the gimmick of the look itself.
Right. And it's not so much that they're using steam to power things. It's just sort of an aesthetic of how the design is based.
Yeah. It's another thing about steampunk people. They believe this world is so real that when you don't understand something, don't let them be around their fellow punkers, man. Oh, can you believe this man here? What planet are you from, sir? They always get mad because you don't know some shit. They're real defensive. They treat you like you're stupid because you don't know about this made up world that they're doing. Oh man, I tell you, if the story doesn't appeal to you, then the animation.
Yeah, the animation will.
Just watch it for the animation. And you don't have to watch all the episodes, but if you're somebody who loves great visuals, who loves great animation, then this is definitely something that you should watch, man. Riot Games are behind this, but also this French company, Fortiche, I think is what they're called. The show even opens up with no dialogue. It's just the actions. They like, hey, look at this good shit. No, I don't say nothing yet.
I will say there came a point where I was like, I don't want to hear this Imagine Dragons song ever again.
I fast forward through the intro.
Yeah. It's funny. It took me a few episodes because I'm so used to shows that have intros that I love. Like I've been watching Cowboy Bebop, and it's like skip the intro. Like hell no, we listen to this every time. But this one, after a while, I was like, oh, I can skip this. Okay, good.
Imagine Dragon. I'm gonna imagine pressing the skip button right here. And I like Imagine Dragons. The thing is, people don't like Imagine Dragons. I think because of their name.
Oh yeah. I guess people do hate him for the name. I know. When the song starts, I was just like, what is this? Is this Jack Black? This sounds like somebody
like a parody song.
Yeah. But then after a while, I was like, all right, I'm just kind of getting sick of this. And then they included in the title of one of the episodes. So it's like, boy, they are super in bed with them.
Oh yeah, no, Imagine Dragons. I ain't gonna lie, they're a band that get picked on, man.
Do they?
Well, imagine. I mean, before you even know what the band is, it just sounds like a bunch of dudes that are. They're performing. They're like at a Renaissance fair.
Renaissance fair, yeah.
They're performing right before the joust and shit. Next turkey leg wagging and shit. Nah, man, this band gets picked on. I feel bad for them because it was a couple of people like, that band sucks. Imagine, only thing I can imagine worse than being at the Imagine Dragon concert is being eaten by a real dragon or some shit like that. And they were just like, and Imagine Dragons was like, what do we do to you? They're like, man, we did nothing to these people. They like, I thought we were all like,
I know. I mean, I don't know much about them. I know they had at least a hit song that I liked, so I didn't come in with baggage against them. It's just because first few episodes, I didn't even know they were the ones singing it. I was just, after 2 or 3 times, I was like, I am sick of this goddamn song.
Like they're the new Nickelback.
Yes.
Imagine Dragons. Yeah. Like, I don't know. You know why you hate Imagine Dragons? Because when you hear that name, you imagine this. You imagine you imagine them coming out dressing like steampunk people. But the artwork here is very much like if there was one movie, and I think they had the style out before that, but there was a movie that came out and just kind of, it was the one that was popular for really pushing this style into the mainstream.
I'm coming home now. I'm coming home.
Into the Spider-Verse, man, that was the one that kind of brought that sort of like painterly looking art style, because when you see this,
I would say the Peanuts movie did it first.
Oh, you know what? I would say the Peanuts movie, it combined the 2D, 3D, but to have that look like a painting come to life, like where it looks like an oil or acrylic painting. Spider-Verse really pushed that one, man.
Yeah.
These characters are acting their ass off.
They are. That's something I noticed too, how well they're acting, their lip sync, their expressions match what they're saying.
Yeah, the expressions these expressions on these characters are amazing. It's incredible. The acting in this is right up there with any kind of live action, man. It's blurring that line, really, because I don't know if they do a lot of motion capture and then tweak it.
I think they do.
They do motion capture. I'm sure they tweak the expressions to make them just a little more exaggerated, but it works, man.
But sometimes motion capture can be just kind of stiff, just as humans aren't as flexible as animated characters, but they sweeten everything here.
Yep.
But nobody's overly animated.
And the voice work here, a lot of these people you probably don't know. The one you're going to know is Haley Steinfeld. But,
yeah, she's the only one I knew.
But the rest of these actors are brilliant, man. I mean, it transcends voice work. They are acting.
No one is a cackling cartoon villain.
No, not at all, man. Listen, when you're talking to somebody, You want to catch somebody, like when somebody freezes, you want to see they're still alive? Look at that pupil. That pupil's still going to be darting around. They actually did that right down to the detail.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, man. The small attention to detail here is commendable.
And yeah, just in this style they use where it looks like painting, like it really does look like French comics, a fully painted French comic that's moving. At some point, I will just kind of like map it in my brain, and I'm kind of over it. Like not that I don't think it's good. It's just I'm not focused on it anymore. But I found through this I was constantly being impressed by that. There was always something fresh going on.
I'll start to sound like Martin Luther King. I had a dream. Watch I say. I did used to dream about reading graphic novels when I was like a teenager and a kid. I was like, man, I don't know if this will ever be possible, but it would really be cool to see these characters move and look just like they do in the comic panels. And that dream has come true today. I mean, it's already been there, but this technology is incredible. Now we've seen it in other things like, was it Meet the Robinsons, that movie?
The Mitchells?
The
Mitchells versus the Machines.
The Mitchells versus the Machines. I like that all the time.
Meet the Robinsons. That's a completely different movie.
Yeah, that one too. No, goddamn it, Mitchells versus Machines. They also did it on another Netflix show. They had an episode that was kind of like this on Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually watching that right now.
When I talk about the movement, man, they've gone in and taken full advantage of what they could do with the possibility of animation, because they got these fight scenes and that camera
moves all around.
Is everywhere. One chick got kicked in the vagina and that camera was right there. I got it.
Well, it's just even one you show when they were doing the fast cuts where in that same fight where she picked the one girl up and flipped her over and the camera was twisting with that.
Yeah.
Flip.
They're doing a lot of things what they see from, especially like Asian fight scenes where the camera's moving with choreographed. The camera work is choreographed with the fight scenes. And this is even taken further because the animation can go further than probably what they would do with live action. Like, okay, now that was unnecessary. Come on now. You gonna fight. Let me doing petty shit like throwing glasses. You know, if I had any dislikes here, I would say that the show doesn't stop for Easter eggs, but it damn shit stops for music videos, man. Like I said,
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons. They had a concert in the middle of it.
Yeah, I guess I read that they made a music video that got released just 2 days before.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I saw it, and they do have moments where it stops to play that soundtrack, man. They're happy about it. Like we say, but what was cool about it is that at least, again, it worked into the story. Or at least it's so stylized that it does fit some of the over-exaggerations that they have here. Like we said, Imagine Dragons, they were animated for the show. You know, they were a band playing at a bar. So, and they've already established that pop songs and rock songs, they're a genre that exists in this world. So it made sense. But there was one part, it was a rap song, and I forgot who the rapper was, but that was a straight up just music video. It just stopped. There wasn't any kind of story going on. But again, this is so stylized that it fit. It didn't feel like it was too out of place. But I'm just saying, did it feel like the movie or the show rather stopped? Yeah, it did for a little bit. We were talking about how nobody turns into a cackling villain. But, with all these characters here, all these characters who were so fully developed and well written. The character of Silco, who's the bad guy here, the guy who had ambitions of showing the elite, the upper class, the 1%, sticking it to them, ends up just being so corrupt that he's only self-serving. He does have a complicated background that they show, and I like that. But he really is the closest thing that we do have just to like maybe the most one-dimensional character here.
Yeah, he's the closest because he's singly focused. But they do go into his backstory.
Yeah, he even had the line, "You failed me. You will not disappoint me again." I was like, all right, the whole don't disappoint me dialogue.
Yeah, but he is a guy like I would never work for this guy. Yeah,
this guy, no.
Yeah, you fail him, he might just kick you to death.
Oh yeah, man. Also, I just don't like his attitude.
No,
coming in and think he's better than that. Coming in and all that. what do we have here, you piece of shit? I was like, man, I'm just tired of you talking down to me. I love this though. Ends on a great cliffhanger.
Does it?
Ends on
Okay.
on an awesome cliffhanger,
Okay.
man. It brings me almost tears of joy to see people care about what they do. To the depths of the story writing, to the presentation, the wonderful art. And even if I have small little things to complain about, I could still tell that even those things they had the best intentions behind them, and for the most part, it still worked, especially within what they were doing here. So I don't know, man. It's gonna sound stupid. Low better than sex. Just go with better than sex. Hurrah, people! I think this is my first better than sex of 2021. I don't think I gave anything else better than sex.
You did not.
But you know what?
He barely even handed out full prices.
I'm very shrewd with my ratings, and I gotta tell you, this brought it out on me. Arcane. Oh my God, what took me so long to watch this? You guys were right. I'm stupid and I'm sorry. I want to thank everybody out there for pushing me into watching what is a spectacular endeavor, a masterpiece of work right here. Martin.
I think this does the main thing that an adaptation should do, which is give you the desire to go check out the thing that it's adapting from. And this really did that. Matter of fact, probably my biggest complaint is watching this made me go like, man, when I get done, I think I want to go play that game. Until you showed me what the game is, and I was like, I don't want to do that. That is not at all what I'm interested in.
Look at that deep story going on. Action packed.
That looks like a tower defense game. I don't know. But
yeah, people have their thing.
yeah, they have their thing. Hey, if you like it, I love it. Except I don't love it. I am not playing that. But I'll just watch the show. But it is definitely a full price for me.
Yeah, I love it, man. Love this.
The show is a full price.
Told you to watch it, dumbass. Motherfucker, you know what? If you weren't right.
Just for that, I won't watch the second season.
No, I didn't say that. I'll cuss your ass out if you weren't right. Chad, everybody in there talking about me, you stupid ass. I told you. Hey, dumbass. Bet you listen to us next time, you piece of shit. Ooh,
No.
Ooh. If y'all weren't right, you know what? Next movie or next show, but not this one. Not this one. I'll give it to you. I'll let you have this one. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.